Alright friends, welcome to part 2 of Everyday Cooking Essentials. There was a confusion about the labels regarding the fenugreek seeds. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how the fenugreek seeds really look. And I have also made an apology video. Definitely do watch it. There is some clarification in that. This is how the fenugreek seeds look like. They are very large in size than the carom seeds. Just want to clarify that. And let's get back to our rice varieties. And let's go back to part 2. Alright, now let's look at the rice varieties. These are also from Lakshmi brand, but I will also show you guys some of the other brands that I use. So this is the Ponni raw rice. It is a Ponni raw rice, and over here I have the boiled rice. Usually the boiled rice is good for people who have digestive disorders. It is easy and bioavailable as well as easy to digest. I'm also going to make a video on hand cooked rice. Many of you have asked me off chart, so that's next on my list, so stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and see some of the other varieties of rice. Alright, I have lined up my variety of rice here. This is another brand. It's called Asian Kitchen. This is also Ponni boiled rice. And over here, this is the Zafarani basmati rice. I know many of you like the basmati rice for your vegetable biryani or fried rice, but this is a little hard to digest in my opinion. And the other one that I really like for my kids is the 24 mantra organic. So this is super expensive, but this is an organic rice. You can see the farmers over here. I have the picture. But this is grown without synthetic pesticides and GMOs, so I really trust this brand. And if you are very iffy about using your rice and you don't use much of the rice, this is a great variety to go organic. Okay, the other one is the idli rice. This that we use for making idli, dosa and all these batters. This is also from Lakshmi brand. The next one I have is the Sona Masuri rice. This is another variety of rice, and it is also from Lakshmi brand. Behind you see another Ponni boiled rice. I do stock up my rice as it never goes bad, right? Alright, that is the wide list of rice. So the next thing on the list is some of these dals. We call them dals also, but I have this tapioca pearls here, and I have the kala chana. Let's go one by one. This is the moong whole, and I have a lot of recipes for this as well. Please do check them out under the side dish varieties and also under the snack varieties for spicy snacks. Over here is the sabudana, and I trust this brand, the Lakshmi brand. I really like it. And you can buy them from Amazon as well or in your local Indian grocery, local Indian market. And this is a tapioca pearls basically, and make sure they are not dipped in sulfuric acid. So you can also go for organic. And over here is a kala chana. This is a chickpeas, but it's just the brown kind of chickpeas. We saw the other garbanzo beans, which is yellow in color. This is brown in color. This is just another variety to it. Alright, over here I have my lineup of amaranth seeds, cassava flour, sprouted ragi flour. You can get the regular ragi flour, but I like the sprouted kind. It is more helpful for our digestive issues. And there is chia seeds, the best of the best with omega-3 and omega-9. We have used a lot of that in my recipes. And on top you still see the green moong, and I have the variety dal mixed up in here, and the pumpkin seeds, my all-time favorite. And I also have some more of this amaranth seeds over here just for stock up. This one, the jaggery powder. So this is another form of sugar. I usually buy the bulk jaggery, which is like the raw jaggery. Sometimes this comes in handy if you have the powder to make it quick. The raw jaggery, it is very hard like a rock, so sometimes I buy the powder kind just to make it a little more easier. Over here I have the crushed ginger powder. This comes in handy when you are out of your fresh ginger and if you have to mix it anything for your tea or even for your curries. And over here is the Moraya flour. This is basically the Sava millet flour. Alright, on the top rack I have some of the flours. So over here we have the tiger nut flour, oat flour on my mason jar, white rice flour, brown rice flour, arrowroot powder. And over here, these are also very important spices. Over here I have the kasturi methi. This is fenugreek leaves. And I have the red chili powder. Over here is a ground organic turmeric that I got from Costco, also available in Amazon. This is the tamarind paste, tamarind concentrate. I'm also going to show you guys the raw tamarind. This gives you a sour taste for our sambar, rasam, and many of the curries. And this is the raw tamarind and tamarind seedless. So this is the raw tamarind. You can soak it in hot water and start cooking. But I also showed you guys the tamarind paste, which is easy. Just mix it in and take it to go with your curries. So here it is. This is the Achi Kasturi Methi brand that I buy. This is the dry methi leaves, which is the fenugreek leaves. It comes in handy. Okay, over here I have the flax seeds, and this is the ground black pepper, and over here is a crushed red pepper. As you can see, this is also the Kirkland brand from Costco, also available in Amazon. Alright, let's move to our left side of the pantry. I have my millets lined up. I have my little millet, corduroy millet, foxtail millet, and over here I have the seeds over here, and on this side we have this lima beans, red mung, and black eyed peas. Okay, on the top shelf we see the poppy seeds and the fennel seeds, and over here is our masala items. And before we move on to that, I want to show you the dahlia seeds, which is a dahlia split. Okay, I'm just showing it like this. This is the homemade coriander cumin powder, which is the dana jeera powder. So this comes in handy when you have to cook your curries. Just add 1 teaspoon to it. I also make tea out of this, which is very good for our gastric issues and also indigestion and constipation as well. Stay tuned for those videos as well. And some of the other ingredients are the coconut flakes. So make sure you buy without sulfites, because some may have sulfites. Again, this is a Lakshmi brand. And I have the jowar flour from Lakshmi brand. I usually buy from Bob's Red Mill, but if I'm making any kind of Indian dishes, sometimes this is a backup for me. Again, Lakshmi brand. And over here is the Madrasi red rice poha. This is basically rice flakes. Let me show you a close-up. There you go. We get it in red and also in white form. I don't trust any of these pure white flour or any type of white flakes, because they may have sulfuric acid mixed in it. So I trust this brand, and this is the red rice poha from the red rice. So red rice flakes. And over here I have my Kirkland Himalayan pink salt. This is one of the best products that I've ever used, and I always love Himalayan pink salt. We don't use any kind of white salt. And the other one over here, this is all from Bob's Red Mill, and I always share it in my recipes. This is the amaranth seeds, and I have a recipe for amaranth cereal, the popped amaranth seeds. Definitely check that out as well. And the other brands that I buy are the jowar flour, amaranth flour, and I also buy tapioca flour, all of that, xanthan gum, everything from Bob's Red Mill. And I have all the links under the favorites, so please do check it out when you check out that video as well. Alright, last but not the least, my very favorite ingredient in all my cooking. I always recommend fresh coconuts, and look at that. You can hear the coconut water jiggling in here. Love it. So I also buy young coconut, and I have a lot of recipes on that as well. But the best way to use the coconuts is to use it with fresh scrapings, and you can use it for your coconut yogurt, or you're making any kind of flavored yogurt along with your fruits. So this is the best way to go. These are freshly scraped coconuts and freezed. So this is another option, but the best thing is always buying raw coconut, and then you can slice it and make it for your Indian curries, AP curries, because AP dieters can use a lot of coconuts, which is allowed in the form of any kind of nut. So the next ingredient is the hing, the asafoetida. This is the gluten-free asafoetida hing. I really think that is such a blessing because we cannot use hing as it has wheat starch. So we found this brand called Casa di Sante. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But anyways, this is the gluten-free asafoetida hing powder, and it has low FODMAP, onion and garlic substitute, non-GMO, non-eradicated. So if you are looking at what is a FODMAP, for people who have SIBO or SIBO, that is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, they have to follow a low FODMAP diet, and this is perfect for that. So you don't have to miss your flavor just because you are on some kind of a diet. So this works for many kind of diets. So I wanted to show you guys, this is the black sesame seeds. We saw the white sesame seeds in my shirt. This is the black sesame seeds. So we make some desserts in this as well. And this is good to add into your curry powder as well. So over here also I have the moong dal powder. We saw the moong dal. This is a moong dal flour, and I have made a lot of pancakes in this. Please do check under the pancakes or breakfast delights. And the last one over here I have in this session is the organic quinoa seeds. Quinoa seeds are very healthy if you are on a grain-free diet. And here we go. Quick video of the pictures of all the products that I shared with you. Very glad to share all of this with you, and if you have time, do use containers like these, always glass containers, unless you don't have many of the glass containers, but 90% of all the containers are mason jars stored in glass because they last longer and they are very healthy. But if you have to choose plastic, definitely choose the BPA free kind. So happy to share with you all. If you like this video, definitely like, share and subscribe.